Hello, it's Jenny here. Today we're going to do a really simple mixed media piece. Now what I'm working on is actually a fluid acrylic paint pour that I did about 6-7 months ago. I want to do something with it because sometimes you're just not happy with the end result and it needs something more. So I've chosen it for this piece. Now the first thing I decided to do was emboss with clear embossing powder, of course, some hearts, and this stamp is by Stampatique. Annoyingly for me, because the surface of the pour isn't entirely even, it did not adhere very well, so I didn't get quite the look I was going for. However, such is life. So I decided to play around a bit with the embellishments I wanted to use. So I've got a bookmark, a little heart with some wings, and I've pulled out a few other hearts as well, just to see whether there's anything else I wanted to do with it, and there wasn't. So I've got this initial setup, and what I decided to do was stick the leaves to the back, put an oval in the centre of the bookmark, which I've just hand cut, and that heart, and just underneath it. I've used a heavy gel medium to stick these together because that will hold the metal in place. And I also, in that centre oval, I also added some glossy accents just to make it look pretty and shiny and stuff. Now, because the background I felt needed something more, I decided to emboss on it further, and I've got this heart stamp with love in the middle of it. You're not going to see a lot of it at the end, but it just adds an extra bit of dimension. I've used gold embossing powder, and that's all I've done with it. Brush off any excess and heat it up, let it set. Now, like I say, it was just to add a bit of dimension to it because I didn't want to stick paper over it when it came to it. I didn't want to stick paper over the background. It just didn't sit right, but it needed something else. I've got some yarn, which I'm also going to stick down, and that's also going to cover up a lot of the embossing. And then, obviously, my embellishment piece, if you like, my focal point. I added some glitter into the glossy accents there, and there's nothing particularly complex about this. It's very much a lot of gluing down. Now, I didn't want the brassy effect that comes naturally. I wanted it to be more coppery. So what I've done, I've added some pink, and this is a metallic pink by Finnabar, to the bookmark, and just dry that off, heat it through, dry it off. And what that does is give me a little bit of surface to work under, and I can have some pink popping out. And then I've picked up a couple of waxes. Now this is rich copper and aged brass, I think. I'm just going to use those with my finger and rub them over the metal. And what that does is it highlights areas of the metal and allows different colours to show through. I'm using a paintbrush to scrub some of this in, just so I can get into the nooks and crannies where my fingers can't. And after that, I'm going to leave it to dry. There's not really anything too complicated about it. Now, next bit is to add some sort of title, because this felt incomplete. So what I did, I have these blue stickers, which I love the font, but they're the wrong colour. So I've painted them copper, and I did that directly onto the sticker sheet rather than pulling them off first. It's just a whole lot easier to work this way. And I used tweezers in the end to get these off. I usually use my nails, but this time just wasn't having any of it. Also, because I've been painting on these and there's been some liquid in there, it'll dried out the adhesive a little bit. So I put some glossy accents, just a little bit of adhesive to dip the letter in, and then I'm just sticking it down around the edge. Now you can't see it so well on the video, but you do see it when you come to see the full piece right at the end. And it's a RuPaul saying of "Everybody say love," because the theme for this particular inspiration was love, and part of a Valentine's Day challenge. So that's it. Leave it to dry. Job's good. It's a really, really simple and effective piece, and a way of using up a project that I liked but didn't like enough to use as is. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing this. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.